Welcome back. Is the mic on? Yes. Hello, you No, I can't say that. Not allowed to say that on YouTube. Otherwise, you can't tick that your video is appropriate for everyone, which means that you won't get paid. So I'm just gonna have to cover up every time I say for the remainder of this video. But no, I'm just joking. I don't believe in that kind of humor. I don't believe in using those expressions. But anyway, thanks for checking out the video, Steve. No, thanks for checking out the video. Welcome. We are together as one on this channel. So really appreciate you spending your time to watch this video. But what we've got to do today is get through some updates because I'm not really vlogging anymore. It's basically all just like on-course content, which I know is the stuff that you like. I will like do some vloggy stuff. By like vloggy, I mean like filming squirrels and dogs and cats in the cemetery and bits and pieces like that. Maybe walking around the cemetery, having a heart-to-heart. But today I want to do an update. So we've got to cover coaching, online lessons. I've got a new coach, a pro-am that's coming up in the next few weeks, details on how to enter that, because I'll be playing with one of you lot. I'm playing with European Tour player and the golf training program on podcast. So I've got all of this to talk about now. I'm gonna make it quick. I don't wanna waste your time. So number one, right, so I've got a new coach. He's gonna be on the channel soon. We are working on my golf swing and I've not really sold that. Right, so I've got a new coach. It's Leon's older brother, Ryan, who's a really, really good player in his own regard. Now we've been working together over the past sort of like 6 weeks. We've seen each other twice and the swing changes so far, as you've seen in the videos, really starting to come to fruition. But in fact, I'm gonna show you some footage of what I'm working on. So at the moment I'm working on a few things. So I'm kind of splitting it into sets of 5 balls. So for the first 5 balls, I'm working on making sure the club face is not getting open and trying to get the club in a better position at the top. In fact, that's a lie. Yes, the club is in a better position, but I'm trying to actually get my body in a better position. So in the past, I've picked the club up really high and then drop it. So I'm trying to get the left arm more across the body just to connect things up a bit more. Moving on to the next 5 balls, I'm working on not like losing spine angle and getting out of it. So my first move now, I'm trying to feel like my left oblique actually sort of like contracts. So the downswing is started by almost like increasing spine angle. Moving on to the next 5 set of balls, and this is to do with like club face rotation through the ball. I'm trying to feel like, and I do this drill, so I put my left foot in front, right foot back, and I hit balls to get the feeling of a bit of like tension in the left side, like through the obliques on the way through. If you flip it, so if you like hump it and flip it, what happens is you'll lose all tension on your left side. So I'm trying to like maintain tension, which in turn keeps the club face square. But yeah, like I said, we'll talk about it in a bit more detail, and it's not just that we're doing loads of other stuff off the course. We're actually meeting up next week to do an on-course lesson before I play some events. So moving on to the next thing, I'm playing. I want to try and play like as many events as possible towards the end of this year. So I've got Jamaica, TP Tour and Clutch Tour. Now, a lot of people have said like start a GoFundMe, so I've actually done it. Like I'm not that comfortable with doing it, but I've set one up for the rest of the season. So the link to that is in my bio. This is really just for the guys that have said to me like I want to like help, perhaps sort some entries and stuff. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a private Facebook group for the guys that actually help out towards the GoFundMe. Any kind of donation, just let me know as soon as you've done it, and then I'll invite you to the private Facebook group. Within that Facebook group, I am going to like share some coaching stuff and maybe talk about my tournaments and bits and pieces, almost like a blog style. That's like online lesson coaching offers, all that stuff. So other thing is I'm obviously looking for a commercial sponsor as well. So if you know anyone, please send them my email, which is wiltshfitness@gmail.com. If they reach out to me, I'll get back to them with all the ways which I can feel like we can like help each other, getting them on the channel exposure, doing golf days for them, etc, etc. So there is a pro-am coming up in a few weeks time. Let me just get the info somewhere. Right, so this pro-am is, this is the Enable Golf Pro Open Pro-am, hosted by Silvermere Golf Complex. So it's basically a pro-am at Silvermere, really like proper good golf course. It's £170 a pair, which obviously will split. I think I'll even pay a bit more towards that. Now, unlike other pro-ams, this one's actually just the two of us. So it'd be me and one of you lot as a team playing Stableford, best ball between us. Now this is, when is it? It's the 14th of July, so it's not that far away. So if you wanna play, basically leave your comment in the comments section and just tell me why you want to play. If you're nearby, just tell me a bit about yourself, and I'll literally just pick one and then we'll play. So I think that'd be cool. Next update, so you've seen videos of me hitting golf balls earlier in the video, and that was at Clifton Hill driving range. I'm actually back coaching there now, so I'm doing like 2 days a week coaching at Clifton Hill. I'm also doing online lessons. I know a lot of you already know that. I started them in lockdown. Some of the guys are now onto like lesson 3 and having really good results. It's actually working surprisingly well. Changes are possible through like doing the analysis on the screen, then showing demos, and it is definitely working, as you can see from some of the students. So if you are interested in online lessons, basically cost £26.50 per lesson, right? And that includes the analysis of like the screen recording analysis that I do, and then taking it outside for a demo. So it's like pretty much like a 20-minute, half an hour lesson, £26.50. It's a weird amount, but PayPal take like a percentage. So if you're interested, subject online golf lessons, and then send that to my email, wiltshfitness@gmail.com. So you probably noticed the level of playing partner that I've got on the channel is going up and up and up. Obviously played with a challenge tour player last week, Liam, and that video is doing really well. So I appreciate like all the people that have got involved and like that, and actually recognise the fact that I'm putting quite a bit of effort into these videos. So we've got a big one coming up soon. So playing with a European Tour player, this is booked in for the 4th of July. It's actually Laurie Cantor, European Tour player, playing with him, Ali, who runs Cumberwell, playing at Cumberwell, and a professional rugby player for Gloucester, Matt Banahan. So that is booked in, and that's going to be like a proper 18-hole course vlog, and then we perhaps do like some other stuff on the par 3 course. Lots of good content coming. I know that will go down really well. And last update, so keep this short. So Complete Golf Athlete is something that's been going on in the background. I've kind of mentioned it a few times. So it's our training program that I co-designed with Alex, who's a powerlifting coach, and also elite powerlifter in himself, who's also moved into golf, and he's getting into long drive. So he's like a 6'7" guy, right? Obviously lifts a lot of weight, so 6'7", really strong. Started swinging a golf club. He's always like played golf, but he's just started to get into long drive. He's already got a swing speed up in the 140s. So I think it's only a matter of time once he gets back in the gym on the program that we've got. He's going to be at 150 and probably competing at like a real high level long drive. So this program is taking a long time to get ready. We've got a website, so it's completegolfathlete.com. If you want to get over there, have a look. There's already some information on there about strength training, mobility, and all that stuff, overspeed training. And at this point, you can sign up at no cost just to basically reserve a spot. So if you want to go and do that, please go and do it. It is properly good. The program covers overspeed training, mobility, and strength training with all the demonstrations of everything as well. But the really clever thing about the strength training program, and I've never seen this before, and Alex is like a smart guy. He's done really well with this. So you put in your numbers at the start for your lifts, and then it works out your starting weight. The cool thing is it actually adjusts it as you go through. So as you're going through, it adjusts to you. So it's not like another program that would be like, yeah, you got your starting weight, but then you kind of like, it's guesswork. This adjusts as you go through, which I think is really, really clever. I am like 5 kilos down because I haven't been able to get in the gym. I've just started training again, but it's only like with, free weights and bits and pieces. But as soon as I can get in the gym, I'm gonna be on this program, and I reckon I'll put on like 20, 30 yards because I'm probably about 8 miles an hour to 10 miles an hour down. And finally, last thing, we started a podcast. It's called the Complete Golf Athlete Podcast. You can find it on all of the streaming platforms. So we've done one episode so far, which talks about Bryson and, Colin Montgomery not liking the fact that people were bombing it, bits and pieces like that. We're gonna try and get some really good guests on. So if you want something to listen to when you're bored, when you're driving, whatever, then go ahead and check that out. But just to round it up, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thank God we can actually get back and film some content on the golf course. Lots of stuff coming up, and thanks in advance if anyone's, you know, sorting out, and I hope that we can get you in the Facebook group and, you know, create a community, as they like to say. Let's have one big community. Anyway, cheers for watching. See you soon.